Hello, welcome back to another video, and today we're going to be, of course, covering the museum. I have done and made some progress on my LEGO museum. Now, I made previously a video about the LEGO museum in a previous video, and this is kind of an update video, and the reason why I haven't gotten up very much put up very much content isn't good English, is because I've been working on both the left wall of the museum, right behind the government building, the Senate buildings of my LEGO city. Now, originally when I made the museum, this was back in the, I believe, spring and summer of 2025, is I wanted to make a bigger paleontological exhibit. This is the paleontological hall, and of course I'm going to try to squeeze the camera in there. So right below the camera is the Triceratops right here, and to the left of that is where you can dig for fossils, and of course I'm going to have it like a little bit better. Like you can have like an interactive paleontological dig. You can like, I know it's kind of exposed right now, but hopefully someday I'll get some parts in order to make it feel like a real activity. It's like kind of a fun activity to teach people about all the things that you can find on the paleontological field, like eggs, bones, all the different fossils you can find, fossil teeth, and such. And to the right of that, I would say, is Paleontological Hall with the sauropod that came with the set. I made a custom mock of a woolly mammoth skull and a pteranodon, of course, that came with a previous fossil set. And right across from that to the left is the mighty Tyrannosaurus Rex. I kind of got the head in just right, and you'll see in just a minute how I did that. And below the head of the T-Rex is, of course, an office area for paleontologists. Now, in the future, I want to have a better office area for all the paleontologists to work in, but I currently do not have the space nor the parts to build another office space for the paleontologists to work in, like a lab area. So right now, that's the current space for them. I know it's kind of cramped, but they're just going to have to make do right now. All right, if I go to the other side of, squeeze on through, on the other side, I'd say this is the left-hand side, this is the right-hand side, is of course the other wall I got finished. Now the back-hand wall, as you saw, was pretty much done, of course, and then on the right-hand side, I kind of encased the T-Rex skull using window panes, all different sorts of black bricks, and cover the walls. Previously, this was left open, and there was like a crevice area where there was like a hole, and I left it incomplete. But I'd say this is mostly complete, very much so complete. And right across from there, you can see the world map of my LEGO city. In front of is Explorational Hall with all the explorer stuff, with an explorer's hat and a small ship. That will be Explorer's Hall, and the night hat on the left will move into the history of my LEGO world. Of course, that will be a separate building, detached from museum, and it will be a separate building that you'll walk out the door on this side and go straight into like a courtyard. I have it all mapped up and planned in my head in the future. So this area is where the T-Rex skull is encased inside this arched window pane tower, and below that is my Lego zoo, which I covered in the prior video. So that is the expanded museum that I built. I made the museum way larger than the one on the instruction manual and made it way bigger. Now, there are a few problems with the museum that I hope to cover in the future. For starters, disabled people in wheelchairs will have a hard time getting up the the museum. Starters, this staircase right here is a very steep staircase. I am not loving this staircase because, as you can see, it's extremely steep, and the hand railing right here where the staircase meets the second floor of the museum isn't done yet. That's what I meant by mostly complete. Because this staircase is extremely steep, and it's an accident waiting to happen, and I know that this staircase is steep. I've thought about having an elevator to get from floor to floor, but I didn't originally back in the spring and summer of 2025 when I was building this for the first time. I didn't think of having an elevator. So the only safe staircase for disabled people is this one that goes up to the second floor. There's a little bit of space here for people to move through. I will definitely make a railing on this side so people can safely travel. But it's a very tight corridor, and not all the areas in the museum are very spacious. The second floor is extremely tight. When you go from the space and planetary area on the second floor here, that is extremely tight area where you see right there in the corner with the planets. That's extremely tight. And if you walk on through, there's a lot of choke points. I've been noticing for the past year that my builds have a lot of choke points and a lot of areas that are tight passageways, so that's definitely a problem. But yeah, hopefully someday I'll be able to figure out a solution to disabled minifigures so they can have a safe and enjoy the museum. But Paleontological Hall is beautiful. My goodness, it's extremely beautiful. But I will definitely work on getting the stairs safely. And who knows, maybe someday I might add an elevator. I don't know if I'll add an elevator because that's a lot of tearing apart and ripping apart of all of what I've worked on so far. But I'd have to say the museum is pretty much complete, other than the fact that I have to add in some safety hand railing and figure out. I think this staircase is going to be the only safe way, besides hand railing. So yeah, that is my museum. I hope you enjoy the interior and upgraded museum. Until next time, this is your boy Christopher here, signing off.